Alright guys, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee. Been a while since we've done a video on one of these all the way 955s, but check it out. Got one in front of us here. This one was prepaid by a customer. I've got one of these and an all the way 655 that I'll be doing a test on here. So basically what we want to do as usual is just run through the power output, make sure that it's doing, appropriate power on AM and sideband, and make sure we don't have anything kind of crazy going on sideband like carriers or anything like that. So when you change the finals in these, you add the max mod and you do the average power modification. Sometimes you have to make some adjustments in the service menu. You can't just drop all that stuff in and expect the radio to work because it's no longer a factory radio. You'll have some gremlins come in there if you don't get access to the service menu. And of course, the power output, some of the settings can be adjusted in there. I do recommend leaving most things alone in the service menu. But if you need to change your AM output, maybe your sideband power or something like that, you can always go in there and adjust that. But I would highly recommend taking notes if you go to changing stuff where everything is set, okay? Just something to be leery of there. But we'll show how this guy does. We will be testing at 15 volts today. Just happens to be where our power supply is set at, so we might as well just leave it there. And we will be using a 50 watt or a 250 watt bird slug for our output test. So first thing we want to do, we'll just turn our RF power wide open, and I was about to say, I don't even know we got our mic gain set. We'll just run our mic gain for the sake of the video. We'll do it at like 2-3 o'clock. And so we'll get on with the show here and see how this guy does. 250 watt slug, so we're going to be looking at the top scale. This is average power first with the RF power wide open. Let's turn our Grant off. I was listening to us talk through sideband earlier, so making sure the sideband sounded okay. Hello. Okay, so there you go, over 50 watts average. Hello, audio. Hello. Ooh. Hello. So, again, average power, guys, it's really going to depend on the voice tone. Hello. 8 amps at 15 volts. But it's doing some good power there. Lots of forward swing on average. We can back our RF power down, just let's say halfway. Oh, oh. And after halfway is when it really starts picking up. There's about a 20 watt dead key. And then we go all the way down to nothing. Hello, audio. Still swings almost 20 watts. So that's what you're looking for, is to maintain that average power swing, which you won't get on one of these if it's factory. They're ready to go. 955, it does okay, but you don't get that average power swing. And this is your PEP power right here. And this one's pretty stout, so about 125 or so PEP, maybe almost even 130. So this one's kind of getting with it. Hello, check. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Audio, check, check. And I don't have the customer's name in front of me that this belongs to, but I will put it in the title there. So that's our AM power test, which is doing as we would expect, doing a real fine job. Now we're just going to go over to upper sideband and audio check. 1, 2, 3. Audio, check, check, check. Audio, check, 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 check. And the way it's set up now, it's doing about 100 watts or so PEP on sideband. Now we can go on the radio and adjust that, turn it up if we want to, but really, hello, audio, halfway open, it's drawing 4 amps. If we want to turn it wide open here, hello, audio, 7, 8 amps, audio, and then wide open, you start getting it over 100 watts PEP there. So there's your sideband power with it wide open. So you can still decrease your sideband power by using the RF power, but your AM PEP is going to stay the same. This is lower sideband. Again, the RF power is wide open. Check, 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 check. And again, we can flip it on average and show you guys one thing we want to always check on these is make sure you're not having a carrier pop up on sideband. You always want to double check that. Hello, audio, 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 hello. So you guys can see 50 watts or so average. Again, we could probably go in the service menu and turn that up a little bit, but that's really a safe operating parameter for this radio on sideband. Hello. 8 amps, I'd say that's pretty damn good. Couldn't ask for much better than that. Great performing 955, actually a little bit stouter than some of the ones we've done in the past. So pretty tickled with how this one is doing. Talkback. I don't know how well we'll hear it with the speaker facing down, but hello, audio. Yeah, you can barely hear it with the speaker down fire in there. Hello, audio. Check one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Audio, 1, 2, audio. But that's it, guys. 955 V2 all the way. I have one more of these that's going to be done. I'll get it listed up. Don't be alarmed if you guys see a little bit of a decrease in tuned up radios going forward. Just making some adjustments to the business there. And, we're going to start doing some wholesale stuff again in the future. So there'll be a balance between the two. So with that being said, if you're waiting on one of these, and you're like, man, I really want one of those all the way 955s, and you only see one up for sale. I mean, I'm not trying to, goad you into buying one, but I'm just saying it might be a while before another one gets up there. It could be a week or two. So that's it, everybody. Appreciate everybody's support, everybody's business. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. All the way 955 for a customer doing a great job, and we'll get the customer's name in the title of the video when we get this thing wrapped up. Thanks, everybody. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. See you, bye.